Bring in Melinda Young for more on this. She is the UNICEF Senior Emergency Advisor in Syria. Melinda, thank you for joining us this morning. So I understand you're in your office just over the border in hard-hit Gaziantep, Turkey. First of all, how are you doing? Are you safe? And what are you seeing on the ground?
Yeah, so I'm in Gaziantep in southern Turkey, but coordinate UNICEF's response into Syria, particularly northern Syria, because we're near the border here. Yeah, I was in Gaziantep in a 10th floor hotel room, 4:15 a.m. and the earthquake struck. All asleep, and it was just terrifying. I've worked in disasters for the last 20 years, but the magnitude and the force of that that quake and how long it was, people were screaming in the corridors, just grabbing kids outside of hotel rooms, family dragging them down those 10 floors in order to get outside as fast as possible, and then just out in the snow, because it's been snowing quite heavily over the last week. I mean, the enormous sense of fear. So I'm now in our office. It's a safer structure. Nothing is entirely safe. There's been over 200 aftershocks. So I'm here working and working on the response, but we're also using it as an emergency shelter. We've got 120 people here and 4 cats in the office. So we haven't slept for several days. Apologies, I haven't washed in 3 days. Yeah, we still have to run outside when there are aftershocks. Fortunately, they were lessening so far. But so for UNICEF, and that's me in a much better structure. I've got power. I've got heating in here, let alone what it is for other people, but also in Syria, in northwest Syria, and children there, where you don't have you don't have any of that infrastructure or services to start with.
I mean, Melinda, impactful to hear you say you've been in a lot of disaster zones, but you've never seen anything quite like this. And I know international aid is arriving in Syria and Turkey, but there are limitations. Will Syria's humanitarian crisis worsen if it doesn't arrive in time, that support?
Most definitely. We need urgent assistance across all areas of Syria. So for the northwest, it's certainly impacted urgent needs in terms of, water supplies being knocked out, buildings as well, shelter, the need for food, nutrition. I mean, this is already an emergency area. So this earthquake is on top of several other crises. We've got over 10 years of conflict. In September, there's a cholera outbreak, which is the first in decades for Syria, because it's all due to the depletion of systems there. It looks like we're upcoming to drought. Got economic crisis that have forced many people into poverty. And in northwest Syria, the area I focus on, many families have had to displace up to 10 times over the last few years, given the conflict. So now whatever shelter they have, compromised by the earthquake, whatever little systems they have access to, now damaged.
Yeah, so many compounding issues now shaken by this earthquake. Melinda Young, thank you for joining us during this time. Stay safe.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.